Welcome to Camp Analog. This is where all film addicts come to reside and stay forever. My name is Amber, and I am a film photographer who loves everything about film, and I am glad to have you guys with me. So today's video is going to be about none other than a new film camera that I recently bought. So I usually use my Nikon FG. Okay, the cameras. I'm gonna pull it up real quick.
A few moments later.
Camera's back on. So I usually use my Nikon FG. It has been with me through thick and thin. Nothing could ever make me hate this camera. It has been with me for the past 2 to 3 years. So basically since I started shooting film. And it has left, such a mark on me. And I dropped it. Multiple times. And this most recent drop was more of a I've fallen, I can't get up type of drop. I was out taking pictures and I dropped it on asphalt. Not only did it drop on asphalt, it did a tumble and roll. Like, I was like, how dare you? How dare you do this to me? How dare you fall out of my hand and roll like a Boyardi's can of ravioli? How dare you do that to me when we've been through everything? I felt so betrayed because not only did it fall, the focus doesn't work anymore, right? So if you have a Nikon NFG, or if you're looking to have one, you should know. Well, if you have a Nikon NFG, you already know. But if you're looking to have a Nikon NFG, it has a split prism inside, right? So split image, line it up. It lets you know if it's in focus. It's always worked for me. It's always worked. But now my photos are being out of focus. And I'm like, is it me? Am I the issue in this relationship? I just suck as a photographer. Throw the camera.
This guy stinks!
Like, you know what I'm saying? However, I put another roll in. I was like, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to address my issues. We're going to go to a little counseling so we can come back together and be the perfect duo like we were before. But unfortunately, our relationship cannot be saved. She needs to get sent off to a mental institution to get her focus back in line. But for real, I got to send her off to get a CLE checkup and see what's going on, because I will get the prism matched up, and it will still be out of focus. So unfortunately, she's out of commission for right now. And what other logical option would there be than to buy a new camera, right? It's cheaper than getting a CLE. That's why it's more logical. So I went to no other than shopgoodwill.com, and I bought a Nikon N90S and its fraternal twin brother Nikon N90 for like $30. Both pretty much in perfect condition. Light seals are amazing. The functions are still working. Like the light metering, everything is perfect. I even got a battery pack for one of them. Well, it actually works for both, but for $30. And I was like, okay, Nikon N90S, they're practically identical. They just N90S just has like some upgrade to the features. So I was like, well, let me just use the better one out of the two. And I took it to the local museum, and it truly showed out. So I want to take you guys along with me. This really isn't like a review of the camera. It's really just to show you guys like my first impression of it. The functions, the camera has a lot of things going on with it. It is that girl. It has manual, aperture priority, program, shutter priority. Like, it has really a lot of different features. It has autofocus. It has a 2 to 3. See, read the manual because I believe it has 2 to 3 different autofocus settings. Um, no, I'm like, it has 2 autofocus settings and 3 metering settings. It has also different settings for like sports, micro, portraits, landscape. So it is a very multifaceted camera, which I really truly like because I can use it in versatile situations. So I'm going to take you guys along with me as we go to the local museum. And I also was shooting on Ektar 100 film. So it was kind of like a 2-for-1. It was the first time shooting Ektar 100 and also the first time shooting this camera. So what other way to punish myself and to do 2 new things at once. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's see the footage. So I'm not showing all the photos within this video because not all of them are ready to be seen because I also was testing out the camera and seeing, what it can do in different settings. So some of the shots I took, 2 versions of them, and I'm just showing the better version because I personally was just trying to see what the camera was able to do, and I was really just fooling around. So I am showing the pictures that came out really well, and it was majority of the pictures, so I'm really proud of that. Now I did run into this pomegranate tree with these ornaments, and I wanted to see how well the autofocus feature will work on it, especially when there's like something obstructing the view, and it did really well, surprisingly. Like this fourth shot where I got the ornament in between the tree trunk, like the split of the tree trunk. I really like how it was able to focus and give like a bokeh effect. Now I am going to apologize for you guys. I am, still at the beginning stage of, recording these videos, and I'm having my phone on my chest, so I do apologize for my sleeve being in the way. This dark yellow and green really worked well on this Ektar 100. So I'm really happy about the 2 photos that came out. I ran into this gentleman at the museum, and he's a local, so he was just telling me, different things to see. So I was like, okay, because I've been at the museum a few times, but I can clearly tell he's been there way more than me. So he was just telling me like different history and things about it. And I really loved his mustache and his hat, and I really liked how he was like the colors he had on was matching really well with the train depot. So I asked if I could take a portrait of him, and I also was able to snatch a nice picture of his hat as well. So I'm really happy about how the camera was able to capture him, and also when I was taking a picture of his hat, the movement as well. So after I got done shooting the train depot, I decided, to roam around inside some of the houses. And oh my God, these mannequins scare me every time. I just feel like they're going to move at any second. And then, like, I'm going to be out of there. Like, they're just so creepy. And then a little girl just staring out the window with her head turned like that. Like, and then why is the girl's arm to the left? Why is her arm so long? It's not making any sense. So I decided to leave before I was taken over by a demonic being. I don't play that. When I tell you, when I watch certain scary movies, I pray holy water. I'm not doing that. You're not coming in my house. And I really liked how this wash basin and was looking, and how like that little shirt or whatever, like the hanger is like right above it. And I liked how the camera was able to meter for the highlights. And I liked how the photo came out. I didn't meter for the shadows to see the difference, and it was yeah, and I really just hopped around the museum, just taking pictures of different things that caught my eye. And I had to, get some car photography in there somewhere. I had to slip it in there just a little bit. Now, the shot through this window, I purchased a CPL filter, but it just didn't come in yet. So I'm still really happy with how it worked out though. Now, the museum is small. So, and I've been here multiple times. So there was just a bit of a lag of me trying to find things to shoot. But I was, doing my thing. But the things that I was shooting, I am happy to see how they were coming out. And these photos, like of the chairs, I also shot one vertically and horizontally to see which ones I liked. Oh, but I really love both of them. And I'm really glad how they came out. But I think the vertical shot was my favorite one out of the two. And it's funny how every time I walk up to this barn, I always laugh at that fake horse. The way the red is saturated with this Ektar 100 is truly astounding, and I really love it. Now, this is going to be one of my top favorite photos of this trip was of this train. It isn't my favorite, but it's one of the top favorite because I really loved how the colors pop and the symmetricalness of it. As I was walking by, this house exhibit, I saw the curtains moving from the outside, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be a really nice photo." But it was just so creepy because I'm like, "Is the AC inside blowing it, or is something moving those curtains?" But I really like taking a photo. But I was like, "Oh, there's a guardrail here, so let me see if I can frame it and if the, shot will be a little better." And I liked how it came out. I didn't like that it did get cloudy at this section, so the it did seem a little bit underexposed. But I did like that it was a bit darker than the rest of the photos because it did give it more of a gloomy feel. But now the photo of the corner of this home, this is my favorite photo, and I will say it's like a portfolio shot. So now I'm really honestly towards the tail end of my roll, and I was really just trying to find anything to shoot at this point so I can finish it off. Adding some more car photography in with this fan. And it was an okay shot. It was an okay shot. I was trying to see, like, if I should overexpose or underexpose it. But I think the camera did a pretty good job of metering. Now, I was trying to figure out how to get it back to this house and ended up finding like a small path because I really wanted to shoot the back of this car. And I liked the shot that and how it came out. Okay, so the last shot was also of a home, and it was also pretty warm as well, but I like how it came out. This Nikon N90S truly showed out in this video. I really love the photos. I really love the features that it has. It's a very versatile camera. It's just heavy as hell. It's heavy. Like compared to my Nikon FG, it's probably a quarter of the weight of this camera. And it's probably why I've dropped it so much because it's so light, it just slips out my hand. But this camera, you gotta grip it. You have to grip this camera. I forgot my lanyard when I went out to the museum, so I carried it around like this the whole time. And it's not bad because you have the grip. You have a grip on the side, and since I also have the battery pack, I can turn it vertically to take shots as well, and it has a grip on the bottom of the vertical pack as well. However, it's still heavy. Like when you're walking, you can feel the weight of the camera. So I will say, if you do plan on getting a Nikon N90S, just be very aware of that. But other than that, the camera itself is truly spectacular. I loved all the photos that came from it. I'm going to continue to experiment with it. Shortly after I took it to the museum and got the photos back, I took it to a car meet as well. And those photos, it did let me know I still need to practice my basics, but those photos also let me know that this camera can work really well in different, scenarios and environments. So feel free to go to my Instagram. It's camp.analog, so you can like those pictures. And I look forward to having you guys here for the next video. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to, always be here and stay as a camper until you're a 40-year-old virgin who is in love with film, hit that notification button so you can always know when my photos or my videos come out. You know what I'm saying? So we can be here together. So I truly thank each and every one of you that watch my videos, who leave comments, who like, who subscribe. I truly thank each and every one of you, because this journey wouldn't be here without you guys. Well, I would, because God, but you know what I mean? Like, I hope you guys stay. I hope you stay and enjoy each and every video I put out. But once again, this has been Camp Analog, brought to you by Amber. I thank you guys for being here with me, and until the next time, I'm out. P.S. I still got my Christmas decorations up. What about it?